This is breaking news.
Kamala Harris laughs when Andrea Mitchell asks about Haley attack on Biden and Trump. Very coded language. MSNBC's Andrea Mitchell drew a laugh from Vice President Kamala Harris with a question about former South Carolina governor and Trump UN Ambassador Nikki Haley's demand for a mental fitness test for people 75 and older. Haley announced her candidacy for president this week with a bio-heavy campaign video on Tuesday and a rally in Charleston, South Carolina on Wednesday, at which she called for competency tests for politicians over 75, widely seen as a shot at Biden and ex-President Donald Trump. Mitchell scored an interview with the vice president during her current trip to Munich, Germany, and after reiterating Haley's asked if she considers herself the next new generation that Haley is calling for. The VP laughed off Haley's attack and pushed back on Mitchell's question. Andrea Mitchell, we're heading into a campaign year. Now Nikki Haley has announced she's running for the Republican nomination. And she says very pointedly, it's time for a new generation of politicians to lead our country. That's very pointedly at first Donald Trump and Joe Biden, people over 75. Are you that next new generation for the Democrats if the president decides not to run? Vicv Parias IDN to Kamala Harris. So let me say that I think that is very coded language. And what I know from traveling our country is the American people want leaders who will see what's going on in their lives and create solutions. Not just offer solutions, but create solutions. And in Joe Biden, we have a president who is probably one of the boldest and strongest American presidents we have had in his response to the needs of the Ask any senior with diabetes who has been looking at the likelihood, the possibility of going bankrupt or paying for their insulin. And because Joe Biden is strong and bold, finally, we have capped the cost on insulin for our seniors at $35 a month. And we'll cap the cost of prescription medication for seniors at $2,000 a year because of bold leadership that understands the needs of the American people. Under Joe Biden, we are now going to get rid of lead in pipes in America. Grandmothers and grandfathers for years have been complaining about the toxic effects of lead poisoning on their children. Because of Joe Biden's leadership, presidents have talked about dealing with infrastructure, including, remember infrastructure? Joe Biden got it done. That's what the American people, they want their leaders to get things done, whether it be infrastructure, whether it be investing in America's workforce when it comes toe-to-toe, to developing and manufacturing U.S. manufacturing of semiconductors, because we know that we can't wait for other countries during a crisis like a pandemic to supply the supply chain with what we need. That's the work that's been done. And I cannot stress enough that the American people deserve to have leaders who get things done.